A seasonal declutter is exactly what it's called. At the end of each season, I go around and I do a quick declutter through our house, and I just want to share some tips and tricks I use to make this so super quick and easy. One thing I am decluttering this season is this Brita water filter, and that is because we installed a reverse osmosis, so this can go. When I do a seasonal declutter, I make it as simple and easy as possible, and this is really a maintenance thing. If you are new to decluttering, then definitely the seasonal declutter will help you along your decluttering journey. But this is a great way to stay clutter-free. At the end of each season, I just go through my home one day for about 30 minutes to an hour. I hit each room and I pull out the obvious things that I'm done with or are really worn out or broken. I'm also getting rid of these flip-flops. They're the brand Free Waters, which I really like. They are an eco-friendly brand, but these are completely worn out. My foot actually flies out of them as I walk, so these gotta go. For a seasonal declutter, I don't want this to take all day. I set a timer for about an hour. I get a basket. One of my laundry baskets works fine, and I just start on one end of the house. I work my way through each room, and I end at our back door going to our garage, and I then take that basket out into the garage, and then I sort through everything. So this really should not take a long time, but it is an excellent way to stay clutter-free. Another thing I am decluttering is this frame, and that is because we're doing some construction, and I will link my other channel down below where we're doing all this construction over there. This is no longer needed because it was in the hall where we are now putting a closet, and I love all these photos, so I'm just gonna take them out and put them in our photo album and save them, and then I will donate this frame. Doing a seasonal declutter will save you money. This will show you exactly what you either need to replace, for instance, the flip-flops. So I'm not gonna go out and buy something that I don't really need, a different sandal or something like that. I know I'm going to just replace that exact item. It will also save you money because it will point out the items that you now feel you don't want anymore. And this will, at least for me, trigger in my mind that I'm not going to buy that type of item anymore. Whether it's a home decor item, a clothing item, it just makes me realize that I possibly wasted my money on that item if I didn't get enough use out of it. So decluttering, in my opinion, really saves us money. I also went through the kids' clothes the other day, and I switched from summer to fall, and I just kind of went through everything to see what they had grown out of, and I ended up donating quite a few of those items. I have found so many benefits to this seasonal declutter, and here are 5 that really stand out to me. Number 1, less decluttering day to day. So I know I'm gonna go through my house once every season, so I don't have to think about constantly decluttering. I know I'm gonna get to that at the end of those few months. We stay way more organized by decluttering. We don't have all these things that we're shifting back and forth out of the way because we're not using them. That's one way to stay super organized, is to declutter often, or at least once a season. The seasonal declutter helps us to focus on having more fun and less focus on constantly reorganizing different areas of our lives. We save money, as I mentioned before. I see the things that we aren't using and I don't buy those again. The most important benefit is really knowing what we have in our house, so that way when I do need to go out shopping, I am not going to buy duplicate items, especially when it comes to kids. They go through their clothes quickly, and that seasonal declutter just points out what we already have and what we truly need. And we already got rid of our IKEA daybed and an IKEA chair. We put that on Facebook Marketplace. I can link the video down below where we decluttered that. But we were able to sell that for, I think, $150. And then the guy was here and I offered him the IKEA chair, which he took, and I was so thankful. You know, I could have probably made 20 bucks on that chair, but it just wasn't worth it to me. And I was so happy that he wanted it and could take it at that moment. And then I also decluttered a shirt that had ripped, and sadly I ended up just having to throw that away. It can't be donated because it did have a big rip in it. But that's just how it goes when you wear something completely out. I hope this encourages you on your decluttering journey and helps you stay clutter-free. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and family so we can all simplify our lives together. Thanks for staying to the end. I thought I would share a quick story about the seasonal declutter I just did. So for a long time, I've been saving clothes that have been handed down to us for my boys to grow into from friends and family. And yesterday I decided to go through those clothes because I was just taking everything for a while, putting it in these bins, but I know the last time I took some stuff from my cousin, and I do this to save money and try to save the environment as well. And I decided to just throw that stuff in the bins I already had, and the bin lid could barely fit. So I thought I would just take a few minutes and go through those items. I went through, I decided that we had way too many options even for them to grow into. So I cut that amount of clothing that I'm saving for them in half, I would say. And I have a whole bunch of bags that need to be donated. The clothes are in perfect condition, so I know someone else can get use out of them rather than have them stored in my garage. And I just wanted to throw that out there because I know probably a lot of minimalists wouldn't even store any clothes, but I do feel it does save time, money, and does help with the environment to have some clothes for my boys to grow into. But as a minimalist, I had way too many, and even if I had kept all of those, there's no way my boys could have used all those clothes. So it was too many. And that took about 20 minutes, I would say, maybe an hour to just shift through those clothes and now be able to pass those on to someone else who can use them. If you have all the donation locations around you closed because of the pandemic, I found on the Nextdoor app, I think it's the Nextdoor app, you can find people in your community that are willing to take clothes. Maybe they have garage sales, and we found a local lady that takes everything because she has a lot of garage sales and yard sales. So just go online and you can look up Facebook, sometimes has groups, no spend groups and things like that. And then the Nextdoor app was really good, and we were able to find someone who will take all these things. So thanks for sticking to the end. I'll see you next time. Bye. You can find the link to my blog and my decluttering ebook down in the description box below.